Yo, hip-hop fans, brace yourselves because what we're about to reveal is shaking the streets and the internet alike. For years, Drake and Travis Scott have dominated the charts, dropping hits, breaking records, and shaping the sound of modern hip-hop. But behind the music, behind the Grammys and sold-out tours, a secret feud has been brewing and no one saw it coming. Insiders say tensions between Drake and Travis have been quietly building for months. Social media hints, subtle disses in songs, cryptic messages in interviews, all pointing to a clash that the industry has desperately tried to keep under wraps. Fans have been speculating for years, but now, for the first time ever, we're breaking down what's really happening behind the scenes. With exclusive insights from sources close to both camps. Why does this feud matter? Because it's not just about ego, it's about power, influence, and control over the hip-hop landscape. Every collaboration, every feature, every move either artist makes could be influenced by this rivalry. And trust me, the fallout could change the game forever. From cryptic Instagram posts to heated studio interactions, the hints have been there, but now we're connecting the dots. In this video, we'll reveal the shocking details that Drake and Travis don't want you to know, analyze the impact on their careers, and predict how this feud could unfold in the coming months. Stay tuned, because when Drake and Travis collide, the hip-hop world can't stay calm. Yo, hip-hop fam, buckle up. Because what we're diving into today is bigger than just music. This is the drama that could shake the entire industry. Everyone knows Drake and Travis Scott as chart-topping icons, dominating streaming platforms and festivals. But behind the flashy lights, sold-out arenas, and Grammy moments, there's a simmering tension that the world has barely caught wind of until now. Let's start with the timeline. Drake and Travis first crossed paths publicly around 2013-2014, when Travis was still carving his lane with Al Faro and Days Before Rodeo, and Drake was already a global superstar with multiple Billboard hits. From the outside, it looked like mutual respect, a meeting of two creative forces destined to collaborate. And indeed, there were collaborations, nods in interviews, and industry-friendly interactions. But beneath the surface, sources tell us the vibes weren't always as smooth as they seemed. Fast forward to 2018-2019, Travis had exploded with Asp. While Drake was solidifying his place as one of the greatest of all time with Scorpion, both artists were dominating charts, awards, and social media attention. But here's where the cracks started to show. According to insiders, subtle tensions emerged over creative credit, studio priorities, and even who held more influence in hip-hop circles. Think about it. When two superstars share overlapping fan bases, money streams, and cultural relevance, even the slightest friction can ignite a feud. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Fans have noticed cryptic messages in both artists' songs over the past few years, lyrics that seem innocent at first glance, but when you dig deeper, suggest mutual shade and subtle disses. For example, Drake's recent bars and insert recent Drake song mention ambition, loyalty, and collaboration gone wrong, which insiders say could be a veiled reference to Travis. Meanwhile, Travis Scott's social media activity, mysterious posts, emoji sequences, and even behind-the-scenes studio snippets fuel speculation that he's sending messages directly to Drake without ever saying a word publicly. What's even crazier? Multiple sources reveal that there were studio interactions that went sideways. Allegedly, there were moments where both artists were scheduled to collaborate, but creative differences exploded into arguments. Producers who were present described tense vibes, heated debates over beats and flows, and a competitive energy that went beyond normal artist collaboration. These weren't friendly disagreements. These were moments of professional rivalry that hinted at deeper personal tension. And let's not forget the social media angle. The world sees public interactions, but insiders confirm there's a whole hidden layer of digital communication happening. Private messages, deleted posts, and behind-the-scenes whispers suggest that the feud isn't just speculation. Hip-hop insiders describe a competitive energy reminiscent of historic rivalries. Think Nas versus Jay-Z or 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. Except this time, it's a clash of creative influence, fan loyalty, and modern streaming-era stakes. So why is this feud so significant? It's not just celebrity gossip. It's about the culture of hip-hop today. Drake and Travis Scott aren't just artists. They're cultural icons whose every move shapes trends, streaming numbers, and fan perception. A feud between them could influence collaborations, festival lineups, brand deals, and even the next wave of emerging artists. Essentially, this isn't just a personal rivalry, it's a power struggle at the top of modern hip-hop, even more revealing. Sources suggest that mutual friends and collaborators are being pulled into the drama, whether intentionally or not. Imagine producers, co-artists, and label executives caught in the middle, everyone watching, trying not to take sides. but also knowing that one wrong move could ignite more tension. And with the way the internet spreads every snippet, post, and story instantly, fans are already speculating nonstop, creating a perfect storm of engagement and hype. Let's not forget the financial and branding stakes. Drake and Travis Scott are brand empires in themselves. From clothing lines to endorsements, partnerships, and tours, a feud could affect not only their music but also billions in projected revenue. Industry insiders claim that even small disagreements over collaborations or creative direction are amplified because both camps are hyper-aware of their public image and market influence. So, what does this all mean for fans? First, it explains the subtle tension you've probably noticed on social media, in interviews, and in music releases. Second, it sets the stage for possible major future confrontations or collaborations gone wrong. And finally, it gives us a lens to view the high-stakes world of modern hip-hop, where talent, ego, and industry politics collide in ways the public rarely sees until now. We'll break down the specific incidents, cryptic messages, and insider leaks that reveal just how serious this feud has become. From studio blow-ups to indirect social media shots, these moments paint a picture of a rivalry that's been building quietly behind closed doors, now ready to erupt publicly. Alright, hip-hop fam. Now that we've set the stage with the history and tension between Drake and Travis Scott, it's time to dig into the details that the public hasn't fully seen yet. This is where the story gets even crazier, and the feud takes on a life of its own. Sources close to both camps say that one of the first real sparks of conflict happened during a high-profile collaboration session that fans thought would produce a mega hit. Drake and Travis were in the studio together, surrounded by top producers and engineers. On the surface, everything seemed smooth, but according to insiders, creative differences quickly escalated into heated arguments. One producer described it like this: "It went from brainstorming to tension in 15 minutes. You could feel the air change. Competitive energy turned into real conflict." But it wasn't just about music. Sources say there were ego clashes and subtle power moves. Drake, known for being meticulous about lyrics and delivery, apparently clashed with Travis's experimental style and high-energy approach. While Drake wanted precision and control, Travis was all about raw vibes and the overall energy. This clash of styles created a friction that wasn't easy to smooth over, and some insiders say it even affected who would get top billing on the track. Then came the cryptic social media exchanges that fans have been analyzing for months. Remember those posts where Travis dropped an image of Drake lyrics but didn't tag him? Or when Drake responded in interviews with statements like, "Some people just don't get the craft"? Fans initially thought these were coincidences or generic. But insiders confirmed that many of these posts were direct shots at each other, a way to throw shade without ever mentioning names outright. The tension didn't stop in the studio. Sources revealed that mutual collaborators were caught in the middle, forced to navigate a delicate balance. Producers, co-artists, and even label executives were walking on eggshells, worried that one wrong word or leak could escalate the feud publicly. One insider said, "Everyone knew if this got out fully, it could dominate headlines for months," and they weren't wrong. Every hint of drama between Drake and Travis immediately trends on social media, with fans dissecting every lyric, emoji, and story highlight. Now, let's talk about the financial and industry stakes. This feud isn't just about personalities, it's about market dominance. Drake and Travis Scott aren't just rappers. They're brands. Tours, collaborations, endorsements, merch lines, and even NFT projects all depend on their public image and reputation. Any public clash can influence streaming numbers, ticket sales, and brand deals. So this feud isn't just personal, it's a strategic battle over influence in the music industry. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Insiders claim there was a private meeting that went completely sideways. According to sources, Drake and Travis were scheduled to finalize a collaboration that could have been a historic chart topper. But during the session, tensions boiled over. Words were exchanged, trust was questioned, and Travis allegedly stormed out of the studio. Producers and engineers who witnessed the incident say it was like watching a perfect storm: talent, ego, and ambition colliding. Of course, the public only saw hints in music releases and interviews. Drake dropped subtle bars that fans interpreted as shade toward Travis, while Travis released songs with indirect references to collaboration frustrations. On social media, fans began piecing together the timeline, noticing patterns in posts, emojis, and story highlights. Reddit threads exploded with speculation, and Twitter debates went viral as fans tried to decode what was really happening. Even more shocking, some insiders suggest that this feud is not just personal, but competitive in nature. Both Drake and Travis are constantly vying for influence over the hip-hop scene. Who sets trends? Who dominates streaming charts? And who holds sway over emerging artists? This isn't just about one track or one album. It's about control of the culture itself. and the tension between them reflects that struggle. And then there's the collaborator factor. Mutual friends and artists have reportedly been caught in the middle, trying to mediate while also protecting their careers. Some have allegedly taken sides, not openly, but in subtle ways that fuel the ongoing tension. One producer mentioned, even someone as professional as a chordist feels the energy. You can't escape it. It's everywhere you turn. This part of the story also explains the delays in some anticipated releases. Projects that fans expected from collaborations between Drake and Travis reportedly stalled due to creative disagreements and strategic maneuvers. Some insiders hint that these delays were intentional, a way to maintain leverage in their ongoing rivalry. Whether it's a negotiation tactic or a clash of vision, it's clear that the feud is influencing not just their music, but the entire industry timeline. Finally, let's not overlook the fan factor. Fans are relentless, constantly speculating, analyzing every interaction, and spreading rumors. In today's social media-driven world, this tension isn't contained, it's amplified. Every song drop, story highlight, or cryptic post is dissected, creating endless debate and viral engagement. And insiders say that both Drake and Travis are very aware of this fan-driven scrutiny, which adds another layer of pressure to the feud. The picture is clear. This feud is no small spat. It's a complex web of music, ego, strategy, and influence that spans studios, social media, and the industry at large. Drake and Travis Scott are two of the biggest names in music, and their rivalry isn't just entertainment, it's shaping the very landscape of hip-hop. We'll get into the most explosive revelations yet: the leaks, cryptic messages, industry whispers, and possible future confrontations that could completely blow this feud wide open. Fans are going to be shocked when they hear what's really happening behind closed doors. Hip-hop fam. Now we're getting to the real fireworks. The part of the story that insiders say could redefine Drake and Travis Scott's relationship forever. In this segment, we'll expose the leaked messages, behind the scenes, confrontations, and shocking industry secrets that no one has pieced together until now. First, let's talk about the leaked texts and private messages. Multiple sources reveal that there were several exchanges between Drake and Travis that hinted at frustration, mistrust, and even subtle threats to outshine one another on upcoming tracks. One insider described a heated message exchange where Travis allegedly questioned Drake's loyalty and intentions, while Drake fired back with thinly veiled criticisms about Travis's artistic direction. Fans have noticed cryptic references in social media posts over the last few months, and insiders now confirm that these were direct reactions to their private disagreements. Then there's the studio drama that went public through insiders. Remember when we mentioned the collaboration that ended abruptly? Well, sources now say that session wasn't just a small spat. It escalated into full-blown tension involving producers, engineers, and label representatives. One veteran producer told us, "I've seen clashes before, but this felt different. It was like two empires colliding, and nobody wanted to take the fall for it." The session reportedly ended with Travis storming out, leaving unfinished tracks and frustrated collaborators in his wake. Social media also became a battlefield. Fans and industry watchers noticed cryptic lyrics and indirect disses appearing in both artists' songs over the last year. Drake's bars about trust and loyalty gone wrong were interpreted as subtle jabs at Travis, while Travis' energetic, chaotic verses hinted at frustration with the music industry's expectations and perhaps Drake's influence over certain collaborations. Insiders say these weren't coincidences. They were calculated creative shots meant to assert dominance without overtly attacking each other publicly. Now, here's where it gets even more explosive. Industry whispers suggest that mutual collaborators were forced to pick sides. Producers, co-artists, and label executives reportedly navigated a tense web of alliances. Some insiders claim that this feud is affecting future projects, delaying collaborations, and influencing how resources and attention are allocated. In other words, this is not just personal, it's a strategic battle over influence in hip-hop, affecting everyone around them, adding fuel to the fire. There are rumors that certain unreleased tracks were intentionally held back to gain leverage. Imagine having a song ready to drop, but holding it to assert dominance over a rival. That's the level of strategy insiders claim is happening behind the scenes. This isn't ordinary drama. It's a high-stakes, game-changing rivalry between two of the biggest artists in modern music. And let's not forget the fans. Social media has turned into a full-scale investigation, with listeners dissecting every emoji, every story highlight, and every lyric for clues about this feud. Fans have created timelines, comparisons, and viral debates about who started what, who's shading who, and what this means for future collaborations. Insiders say that both Drake and Travis are fully aware of the scrutiny, and they're playing into it strategically, letting the tension build while controlling the narrative in subtle ways. Sources also reveal that management teams have had emergency meetings behind closed doors, Trying to prevent this feud from escalating publicly, labels and promoters are concerned about streaming numbers, brand deals, and overall public perception. They know that if this feud blows up fully, it could dominate headlines for months, impacting both artists' reputations and revenue streams. What's truly fascinating is that insiders suggest this rivalry isn't limited to music. Cultural influence, brand deals, and social media dominance are all at stake. Travis Scott and Drake aren't just competing for chart positions. They're competing for control over hip-hop culture itself. From festival appearances to high-profile endorsements, every move has significance, and every slight could tip the balance. And then, the potential for future public confrontations. While neither artist has openly addressed the feud, insiders say there's a real possibility that this tension could spill into interviews, award shows, or even live performances. Imagine Travis Scott performing a song with subtle lyrics aimed at Drake, or Drake dropping bars in a freestyle that fans immediately decode. The anticipation is already creating a frenzy online, with social media speculation running wild. So, what does this all mean for hip-hop? It means we're witnessing history in the making, a complex layered rivalry between two of the genre's biggest icons. It's not just about music, it's about ego, strategy, influence, and the future direction of modern hip-hop. Fans, collaborators, and industry insiders are all holding their breath, waiting to see how this feud unfolds. And while the tension is real, insiders emphasize that there's still potential for reconciliation or even collaboration, but only if both artists can navigate the delicate mix of personal pride, public perception, and industry politics. Until then, every cryptic post, every studio session, and every lyric could be another chapter in this high-stakes, behind-the-scenes drama. In short, the Drake and Travis Scott feud isn't just gossip. It's a window into the power dynamics, rivalries, and competitive energy that drive hip-hop today. And trust me, hip-hop fans, this story is far from over. The next move could come in a song, a social media post, or even a major festival stage. And when it does, the world will be watching and reacting in real time. Stay tuned, because this is the kind of drama that changes careers, rewrites industry narratives, and keeps fans on the edge of their seats. Drake and Travis Scott may dominate the charts together, but behind closed doors, the tension is real and it's only getting hotter. Yo, hip-hop fam, if you thought this story was wild so far, trust me, we're just getting started. The behind-the-scenes tension between Drake and Travis Scott is heating up, and you do not want to miss a single update. From leaked messages to cryptic lyrics, studio blow-ups, and social media shade, every detail is shaping one of the most shocking feuds in modern hip-hop history.